ideas you can't contain. Small things don't really matter. Don't put yourself in something of low worth. Your big picture still held frames, and I can't really see where you drew the line last month with your painted nails in the sun. 'Cause everything has changed since January. I don't think you ever really had a plan. Watering around like a snail when the rain comes down. Go all your way, yeah. I am okay now. You can stay, yeah. Your helpful words never really helped me out. Never really helped me out. I don't know how I feel, yet the air on the side and not so good. Yeah, you made me so worried, and I can't tell what's real or if I still stand where I once stood. You made my life so blurry, and if we are perfect people, then where's our perfect lives? Are we running from the evil, or have they already reached inside our minds? Because I can't find my way. Your tunnels are too dark, and your shadows are too loud that I can't hear my beating heart. Go all your way, yeah. I am okay now. You can stay, yeah. Your helpful words never really helped me. I don't know what to do, you don't know what to do, we don't know what to do. You say it's me, not you. You don't know how to move, you don't know how to move. You stay in place and start to scream. Better get moving before it fades, before it's too far, before everything's a broken piece of art. And you crashed your car yesterday, and I saw through my window, but you didn't see me. I don't know what to do, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to do. You say it's me, not you. You don't know how to move, you don't know how to move. You stay in place and you make me scream. Go all your way, yeah. Go away, oh. Your helpful words never really helped me out.
Great job, Ani. That was an amazing presentation. Seriously, awesome. If you were ever lucky enough to hear the podcast that Lauren and Ava made this year, you know that self-confidence is something that Lauren has taught us all about this year. The struggles that it takes to get there, and how you never really know what obstacles the person next to you is having to overcome. You also know that it is not the last we will hear of Lauren, and you probably all want to hear more of what she has to say. As she shares with us how I will become famous.
who are Jennifer Aniston, Tom Cruise, Whoopi Goldberg, Millie Bobby Brown, Tim Tebow, and Jay Leno. They are Hollywood stars, wealthy, successful, and adaptable people. You probably didn't know that I have something in common with these very famous people. We all have dyslexia. At first, when I started this project, I had no clue that so many famous people had dyslexia. Hi, my name is Lauren, and today we'll be talking about dyslexia. When you have dyslexia, it makes it more challenging to read, write, and spell. I do have personal connections to this topic. I have learning disorders in reading, writing, and math. I was diagnosed with dyslexia when I was 7 years old. Before I came to Indi ED, I went to Shoreacres Elementary School, where I first noticed difficulties with school. But even before that, my mom started seeing things when I was 3. For example, when me and my sister would play a game like Barbies, instead of saying, just pretend, I would say, just pretend. I know you're probably saying, well, all 3-year-olds don't know all the vowels and how to pronounce words, but this went on for a long time. It still happens now, to be honest. It is hard for me to correctly pronounce all the sounds in the words I say. The International Dyslexia Association offers the definition of dyslexia.
Dyslexia is a specific learning disability that is neurobiological in origin. It is characterized by difficulties with accurate and/or fluent word recognition and by poor spelling and decoding abilities. These difficulties typically result from a deficit in the phonological component of language that is often unexpected in relation to other cognitive abilities and the provision of effective classroom instruction. Secondary consequences may include problems in reading comprehension and reduced reading experience that can impede growth of vocabulary and background knowledge.
Here is how my brain sees it. 1. People with dyslexia have trouble matching the letters they see on the page with the right sounds. 2. People with dyslexia have trouble solving problems with multiple steps. Since things get harder as they try to learn, this could be with reading, math, or word problems, or learning other languages. They struggle with reading fluency, comprehension, and spelling. Now we are going to talk about my interviews. The first one I had was with my old tutor, Dr. Stone, aka Miss Brett. She had a whole lot of amazing information for me. A little fun fact about her, she got her PhD in psychology and started working with kids who struggled with academics when she was still in college. She told me when she is working with other kids, she has to be patient and that it is really important to set goals and provide awards with younger kids. Some tips that she gave me for my dyslexia are: keep communication doors open, ask for help, set goals for myself, and once I reach those goals, making new ones. My favorite part of the interview was when she talked about the tools that she gave her students in the real world. A couple examples are be confident, set goals, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Thank you, Miss Brett, for the amazing interview. The second interview I had was with Aiden. He is a published author who also has dyslexia. I read this book, Looking for Heroes, and thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to interview him. He told me he first was diagnosed in the middle of 2nd grade, like me. He knew there was a little something off before that. At first, it was difficult to get motivated, and he was frustrated that he had to work much harder than his peers. But it has since shifted now that he is in college. Now he has a software that reads things to him, like audiobooks and talk to text. And he also said to be patient and take my time. My favorite part of the interview, well, actually, I have 2 favorite parts, is when he said to find things that I enjoy and inspire me. My second favorite part is when he said that dyslexia is a superpower and to use it to your advantage. I am definitely going to do that. Thank you, Aiden, for the amazing interview. It was awesome. Does anyone know what VARK is? It is a way to identify how you best learn. Let me explain. V stands for visual, which means in order to learn something, you have to see it. A stands for audible, which means you have to listen to something to learn about it. R stands for reading and writing, That means reading and writing. It's pretty self-explanatory. And K stands for kinesthetic, which means hands-on learning. For me personally, I am a kinesthetic learner. What about you? If you said visual, imagine that you couldn't see. If you said auditory, imagine you couldn't hear. That is kind of what it is like to have dyslexia. I am presented with information in a way that doesn't match my learning styles. So what do? This is the moment you've all been waiting for. How is this tied to adaptability? In the beginning, I talked about all these well-known people who had dyslexia. If they didn't adapt to their learning disabilities, they wouldn't be where they are today. I hope that one day I will be able to truly adapt to who I am so I can be just as famous as them. Now, here's the value I think I improved on this year and what this project taught me. Self-confidence, believing in myself, and believing that I can do anything if I put my mind to it. With all this being said, I hope one day I will be side by side with the superheroes like Jennifer Aniston, Tom Cruise, Millie Bobby Brown, and Tim Tebow. Thank you and have an amazing rest of your day. Superpower! Thank you for listening, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Woo!
Very bold. Very bold indeed. I like the confidence. I'm sure she will do great things just like all of us amazing students. Not to brag, but... Anyway, next up is Molly, who will be showing us some of her highlights from her amazing tutoring sessions. Welcome, Molly. Molly for president.